I'm going to reach out now to St. Louis University High football coach Allen Cruz.
Hello.
Coach, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Not as well as you are. Big win tonight, Coach.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's the first time in the last 9 tries.
And I can't. My own thing. I was 0-5 against them heading tonight. They sent us home the last 2 years, and then when I was the assistant head coach before that, I was 0-4 against them. So it's been a while.
Outstanding. Tell us about the ball game.
Our guys are very resilient. That's an incredibly well coached team over there at DeSmet. Championship pedigree experience. But our guys hung in there. We raced out to a 14-0 lead, and like good teams do, they fought back. We had a big drive after they tied the game. Will Schulte, who's a tight end for us, who blocks 90% of the time, came up with a huge catch. And then Patrick Morton, who's a first-year football player, he's a soccer guy. His first career field goal was a pretty big one for us going into the half. But hats off to our defense in the second half. Didn't give up a single point. Had 2 goal line stands, forced 3 turnovers, but they had a great second half.
Coach, talk about. I was watching the 2 goal line stands, and not only did you guys really excited on the sideline, but a lot of excitement in the booth from the coaches as well. Tell us a little bit about that. Those two.
We feel like we've got a very special. Coming into this week, our first string defense hadn't given up. That ended in the second quarter. But at halftime, we said, hey, let's let 17 be enough. And the defense really kind of picked up that mantle for the entirety of the second half.
Very good. Well, Coach, tell us a little bit about what's on the, what's the challenges that lay in front of you for next week.
Yeah, well, so we got some things to shore up. Obviously, anytime with the film, it's not as good as you think. It's not as bad as you think. So we'll have some things to fix up. Coming up here in a couple weeks, we got Lift for Life, who's having a great year. We have a much improved Biani and Chaminade team on the docket, and then we end with CBC and Rocker. So schedule's no rest for the weary when it comes to what we got.
Tell us about obviously your defensive line or your defensive group as a whole really stood out tonight. Any individual players that had big nights?
So I got to get to the stats. Kendall McNutt is a guy I've been touting. Keenan Harris has got a national profile. Junior Busby, who's the Mike linebacker, he's going to be a national kid. So Kendall, who's a Kent State commit, obviously not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination, he kind of gets overshadowed a little bit. And he had an amazing night for us. He had an interception. He had a huge tackle on 3rd down, huge tackle on the goal line stand. And I don't have a kid who's a higher character kid than him. So I was really proud that he stood up tonight.
Very good, Coach. Well, hopefully you came out of tonight's game healthy and enjoy this one and get back at it next Monday.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You bet. Thanks, Coach Cruz.
Bye-bye.
Bye.